Hi boys and girls, we are going to finish up our listening to Peter and the Wolf today. So to review, we have learned about almost all the characters and heard almost the whole story, but let's review each of the characters and instruments. The strings. Who are the strings? Peter. Good job. Flute. Who is the flute? A bird. The oboe. Who is the oboe? The duck. Excellent. The clarinet. Who's the clarinet? The cat. Bassoon. Who was the bassoon? Grandfather. The French horn. And who is the French horn? The wolf. The cat ran up the tree, and the bird is up the tree. And then Peter decided he'd try to climb onto that branch that's hanging over the wall, and he is telling the bird, go distract the wolf, because he's got that rope. So now we're going to find out what he's going to do with that rope. And all the different listening examples are in the description below. So that's where we were. The bird is distracting the wolf. So the bird flew off the branch, fluttered all around the wolf's head, brushed the wolf's nose with her wings, and made him very angry. Just when the wolf thought he had caught the bird, she just dashed away. Now, Peter is climbing up that branch, and he's got a rope, and he's going to try to catch that wolf with that rope. So while the wolf is distracted, Peter quietly and carefully is inching onto that branch until he's right over that wolf. So while Peter was right over that wolf, he inches that rope down and down, because he made a lasso with that rope. And you'll hear it in the music. You'll hear him lowering it until he is able to catch the wolf by the tail, and he yanked with all his might to grab that wolf. And Peter caught the wolf. Do you think the wolf is happy about being caught? Do you think he likes having a rope on his tail? I don't think I would if I was the wolf. The wolf struggled hard to get away, but the more he jumped, the more the rope tightened around his tail. Peter tied the other end of the rope to the branch of the tree and called down, "I'm not afraid of some old wolf." And now we're about to meet the last set of characters in our story. So just then, a group of hunters came crashing and stomping out of the forest, and they were looking for the wolf. So you're going to hear the hunters. Here are the hunters. You're going to hear the timpani is a drum. It's a type of drum. And the sound of the timpani drum in the music is supposed to sound like the hunters looking for the wolf. So you're going to hear two sets of music. You're going to hear them searching for the wolf, or the drums. So Peter says, "Don't shoot. Look here, the bird and I have already caught the wolf. The wolf is very dangerous," said the hunters. "Hand him over to us." "No," said Peter, "you mustn't hurt him. Help us take him to the zoo." So Peter doesn't want that wolf to be hurt, but he also doesn't want the wolf to hurt any more of his friends. So they're going to take the wolf to the zoo. And so the last bit of music is the march, where they're taking the wolf to the zoo. And so you hear all the characters' special music one last time. So first, they make a big procession. Peter led the way, of course, and then came the hunters leading the wolf with the rope. Then came Grandfather and the cat. Grandfather and the cat. Grandfather could hardly contain his pride, although he had been angry earlier. "He's a brave boy, my Peter," Grandpa said. Above them all flew the bird, chirping merrily, "Look what we have caught, Peter and I." And then some versions are a little different, but in this version, in our book, this is what happened to the duck. And what about the duck? all the way to the zoo, he sat quacking inside the wolf, perfectly whole and well. He made such a noise that the wolf spat him out, and he returned with Peter to quack many another day. So some versions are different, but in ours, the duck comes back home with Peter and his grandfather. So look in the description below for all the links to the songs, the pieces of music that we're listening to go with the story. And then there's also a link to a video of Elmo from Sesame Street doing his own version of telling the story of Peter and the Wolf. So look at both sets of things below. And I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Peter and the Wolf.